No one else feels this good.
I'm the best art forger and intel specialist in Chicago, the man who owned it all, Don Vincenzo Russo. But this time, after he was finished with me, he announced that he was marrying the Russian Brata princess, Katerina Petrov. That's when I finally knew. I wasn't his woman. I was just a body for his pleasure.
Don't tell me, Chiaka. You didn't really think you could be the lady of the Russo family, did you?
6 months ago, he decided I was just a body, so I destroyed every piece of the life he gave me. I made one call to my father in Italy, and then I vanished. But when the Don who owned Chicago realized he could no longer find his favorite toy, he went insane.
You can't run from me.
Yes, have me, Don. I was Don Vincenzo's secret for 10 years. I was waiting for a ring, but just now, after fucking me, he told me he was marrying someone else. That's when I knew I was just a body for him to use. Have me, Don. I looked up at him sharply. Vincenzo, is this it? Are you finally making me yours?
Don't tell me, Chiara. You didn't really think you could be the lady of the Russo family, did you?
He raised an eyebrow and shot me a sideways glance.
Official?
He blew out a smoke ring, his tone sharp.
What's there to make official? The dinner is to welcome my fiancée, Katerina Petrov, the Russian Bratya princess.
Every word hit me like a sledgehammer. My heart seemed to stop for a second. My mind went completely blank.
You're getting married? Then what the hell am I?
The smirk on Vincenzo's face died. He leaned in close.
Don't tell me, Chiara.
He purred, a finger tilting my chin up.
You didn't really think you could be the lady of the Russo family, did you?
I stared at him, unable to believe what I was hearing.
Her. When did you decide?
I was waiting for him in bed, and during those trips, he was getting engaged to another woman.
6 months ago.
He got up and walked to the bathroom, without a single glance back at the wreckage he'd made of my face.
It's for the alliance. For the family.
6 months ago, I suddenly remembered all his business trips to Europe. Every time he came back, I was waiting for him in bed, and during those trips, he was getting engaged to another woman. I followed him into the bathroom. The mirror showed my pale face, my body covered in his marks. An hour ago, they were trophies. Now, they were just marks of shame.
Do you love her?
Love?
He turned on the shower, steam quickly fogging up the mirror.
Chiara, I thought you were smarter than that. This is business, not a fairy tale.
He stepped out of the shower, water dripping down his perfect body. Now, it just made me sick.
Katerina is young, beautiful, and useful. She brings the entire Eastern Bloc with her.
He grabbed a towel, his eyes sweeping over my naked body.
And you have other uses.
Other uses. A warm body in his bed. A loyal weapon. I stood there frozen. I had never felt so dirty.
Chiara, you've always been my best weapon. So lose that kicked pup look. It makes you look pathetic.
When I pulled myself together and walked back out, Vincenzo was already in a suit, sitting on the sofa, on the phone.
The Fabergé egg. Make sure it's the winter egg. It's Katerina's favorite. And get a dozen haute couture gowns ready for her to try on. All white. She says it's the color of angels.
Hearing that, my heart clenched painfully. I couldn't help looking at him, and then I saw it, a smile I had never seen before. It was almost sweet. The pain I had just forced down came flooding back again. Clatter. My phone slipped from my hand and hit the floor. Vincenzo turned at the sound, still smiling.
All cleaned up? Good. See yourself out. I'll take care of the bill.
He grabbed his coat and was about to leave, but stopped at the door. Looking back at me, a mocking smile curved on his lips.
Chiara, you've always been my best weapon. So lose that kicked pup look. It makes you look pathetic. Like you're reaching for something you could never have.
In 7 days, I want the name Chiara Rossi to disappear from Chicago forever.
I know you inside and out. I know what you're thinking with just one look. Don't you think that's a little predictable? If we were actually together, it'd be so damn boring.
His voice faded with his footsteps, but the words kept echoing in my head. I sat on the cold bed. I started laughing, and then the laughter turned to tears. I sat there until late, then went back to my own studio. I walked to the safe and entered the code. Inside was a gold Desert Eagle. The grip was engraved with my initials, a gift from Venezzo for my 18th birthday. There were also the jewels, the paintings, and the antiques he'd given me over the years. Tonight, I threw them into the incinerator one by one.
Miss, this is all valuable stuff. You're really getting rid of it?
My assistant watched the flames, his eyes full of regret. I nodded slowly, my voice quiet. I don't want them anymore. Not just them, this relationship, this man. I didn't want any of it anymore. I dialed an encrypted number. Papa, it's me.
Chiara? You finally decided to call.
In 7 days, I want the name Chiara Rossi to disappear from Chicago forever. I turned off my phone. I didn't answer a single one. 17 encrypted messages from Vincenzo. At 2 in the afternoon, the door to my studio was kicked open. Marco, Vincenzo's right-hand man, stormed in with 4 of his associates.
Miss Chiara.
Marco's voice was still polite, but his hand was already resting on the butt of his gun.
The boss wants to see you.
20 minutes later, the car stopped in front of the Russo family estate. This used to be my home. Now, it felt like a cage. I was escorted into my old art studio. The moment the door opened, I froze. The room was empty. All my paintings, my easels, my paints, even the only photo of us together. Every trace of me had been cleaned out completely. In their place was lava Russian-style decor, and hanging in the center of the wall was a huge oil painting. The woman in the painting wore a white dress, her smile as holy as an angel. It was Katerina.
Katerina, this is Chiara Rossi, the family's most useful asset. Like it? Katerina picked it out herself.
Vincenzo's voice came from behind me. He was wearing a custom Briono suit, flawless and perfectly tailored. Katerina lunged to his arm, blonde hair, blue eyes, an angel. Vincenzo said, his tone flat.
Katerina, this is Chiara Rossi, the family's most useful asset.
Katerina's blue eyes flashed with innocence, her voice sweet.
It's so nice to meet you. Vincenzo mentions you all the time. He says he doesn't know who'd handle all the family's dirty work without you. That must be very hard.
She deliberately stressed the words, dirty work. But her face still wore a gentle, sympathetic smile.
It's my honor to serve the family.
Don't say things that could be misunderstood. I would never touch an underler.
Vincenzo nodded, satisfied. Then he turned to Katerina.
Darling, let me introduce you to the uncles.
He wrapped an arm around her and led her towards the main hall. The family elders were already waiting there. One of them, Uncle Antonio, looked from me to Vincenzo and smiled.
Vincenzo, Chiara has been by your side for so many years. We all thought...
Uncle Antonio.
His face darkened.
Don't say things that could be misunderstood.
His eyes swept toward me, his voice low, but clear enough for the entire silent hall to hear.
I would never touch an underler.
I lowered my eyes to hide the pain in them, forcing myself to smile.
Uncle Antonio, you've misunderstood. The boss and I have always had a purely professional relationship.